front end. Fix the camera. Go. Perfect. Alright, we good to go? Well, let me make sure my sound's set. Yeah, 50's fine. Alrighty. Oh yeah, I'm still fucking waiting on Camtasia. I forgot. I was like, what else is there? Oh, it's just been 2 minutes. It's not done yet.
I get back into the choking mode.
Hmm?
No, damn. Rogue.
No.
You get there, Tet?
Yep, I'm good.
Recording. Oh man. It's been really laggy lately. I don't know why.
That's why you get OBS.
I might have to see if there's some folders I can clear out or something. Alright, all set?
Always.
Cool. Recording in 3.
And welcome back to another episode of Kult, Chap Within. I'm your GM, Matihi, as always, and joined tonight with me, we do have a full cast. We have Kane, played by Tet. We have Emil, played by Aki. Daniel, played by Rogue, and Terry, played by Ghost. And tonight we are going to explore that all things have an end. With Faith crushed under a car and Fumi hit by one, things were looking dire for both the Whiting family and Emil. Or I should say, and Emil. Emil had dragged the bodies of the cultists who lay strewn around their clubhouse in order to try and revive and restore Faith. Her small gasps and pleads to Daniel broke both their hearts, but with the combination of Daniel's ritual book and Emil's knowledge on the occult, the two were sure they could help Faith overcome this. Normal medicines wouldn't do. Only magic would be able to help now. Kane stands over the still body of Faith. The realization of her being struck by a car only slowly catching up now. The sirens in the distance started getting louder and louder. Someone must have called 911, but it wasn't Kane. As they approached, she stared at Fumi's lifeless body bleeding out onto the pavement. Meanwhile, Terry stood in the basement of the Order of Basques hideout, surrounded by the creatures that called him Daddy. Their small, shadowy hands grabbed at the trousers and shirt Terry wore, pulling lightly at the fabric as they cooed out, "Daddy, Daddy." Jessie happily admired her children, her eyes lighting up with happiness. She wraps her arms around Terry, whispering softly in his ear, "Now we can finally be a family." And we'll pan to the scene inside the Order of Basque's hideout. As Emil stands above the corpses that lay on the floor, the members of the Order of Basque strewn around, he is pulled in many of them with the blackened tentacles that come out of his arm. Daniel is given over the Book of Morguth, one containing all the rituals that were given to him by Morguth herself. And Faith still lays underneath the car, her eyes slowly closing, and her pulse getting weaker and weaker. What do the two of you, Emil and Daniel, do?
Well, for Emil's part, he's just continuing to set up the ritual. I imagine there's various requirements, so he's like very carefully positioning the bodies, probably having to maybe cut some bits here and there for markings. Who knows? But he continues the rather dire-looking occult ritual as Daniel looks on.
Daniel is laying over his daughter as she's laying there dying, and he's whispering to her that daddy's here, and he's pretty sure that she's not going to make it, even though he was hopeful and handed the book of Mogul off to Emil. He still has the pistol in his hand and is putting it away in his jacket, and a look of despair on his face and tears running down his face as he holds his daughter and telling her that it's going to be okay.
Her voice is slowly it's getting weaker. Of course, her voice is getting softer. She speaks to you.
Daddy, it's okay. It doesn't hurt that much anymore. But, can we get ice cream, maybe? I really want ice cream.
Yes, we can get ice cream, sweetie. I'll get you all the ice cream that you want. Everything will be okay soon.
See your eyes light up slightly.
Hey, thanks, Daddy.
And she lays there, eyes slowly half close. Emil, what do you do to prepare for this ritual?
Yeah, so he has the book out. He's scrolling over it. I imagine he probably carries a few little things like a black marker, a white marker, all kinds of stuff in place of chalk. As he kind of takes the bodies, assembling them in a circle, the arms splayed out with each of the hands cut down the middle between the middle finger and the ring finger, all the way down to the base of the palm. Each of these spread wide as he continues to mutilate the bodies and assemble them for the ritual. Finally, he's just about got everything in place as he prepares to begin chanting in this rather eldritch tongue.
Oh, let's see. What do you have to do this?
Oh, yes, of course. I have my dabbler in the occult now because Emil has become an occultist proper. Let me see. Do we have a macro? No. Oh.
You have time to make that one.
Didn't have time. I see how it is. Yeah, of course. I'm just going down to it right now.
I
So
see it.
it's plus soul. Yep, plus soul, and yeah, you can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Let me
why don't
copy
you roll
paste it
me?
in the chat.
Yeah, I see it here. Yeah, if you want to copy paste for everyone else.
That way, yeah, it'll be a bit easier to view. So I'll roll plus soul. Here we go. Let's hope this doesn't get fucked up. I'll just click see through the illusion. That's the
Yeah, go ahead.
15. Oh man. Correctly
Ooh.
performed every step correct. Perform every step correctly. Ritual works as intended.
All right. Why don't you describe that for me?
Yeah, Emil kind of raises the book in front of him, and he begins chanting in these tongues, etc., etc. This goes on for a good couple of minutes as Faith becomes more and more distant. And then finally, he walks over and takes. There's like the little cigarette tray, for example, that he's like taken and just wiped out and cleared it of ash, and he's gotten blood from each of the hands that he mutilated, and he writes it in kind of a symbol kind of pulling her shirt up a bit over her stomach. And then, of course, places his palm in the middle of it and another on her head, each, of course, covered in the blood. And thus completes the ritual.
At that point, Daniel kind of stumbles back and shivering and sobbing. He puts his hands on both sides of his head and tears in his eyes, just watching her kind of fade out. And Emil places his hand on her, chanting.
As you do this, you've pulled the car up and away. You slowly see the parts that have belonged to the other cultists there. They start to knit and form together. You see different entrails and such dragging themselves towards Faith. And she starts to get surrounded by this blackened crimson energy. Her body starts to reform, starting with her midsection as it's being rebuilt. As you chant, before both of your eyes, you see her slowly get knitted back together, her legs reforming, her feet, and she slowly starts to become whole again. And after a few moments, Faith opens her eyes and blinks. She sits up and looks around.
Yeah, Emil, when he sees her go sit up and go to look around, he kind of pulls her head over close to his shoulder so that she can't kind of see past his hair and beard and stuff. Hey, it's all right, kid. It's okay. It's okay. Come on. We're gonna go get you somewhere safe, all right? And he'll pick her up. Daniel, come on. We gotta get out of here fast. I think she'll be good now.
Daniel's like totally frozen in fear as he watched her sit up. And was it kind of like natural that she sat up, or was it weird and animated almost?
Well, let's see. Why don't you make me I would say observe a situation roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emil already has an idea that something's not going to be right here, but he's not going to worry about it for now. He's already resolved himself for whatever might happen.
So you get to ask one question. Get no bonus, and maybe there's something you miss.
Maybe like what seems strange about this? Does she seem herself?
She seems herself. I would say it's a bit hard to tell just because something so horrifying has happened, and she just sits up from laying down position. Her eyes are slightly lidded. She's definitely not as active as she usually is. She doesn't have that normal look. She seems to survey the room briefly before Emil grabs her. And her eyebrows, they knit slightly. But then as Emil pulls her in, she looks over to you, Daniel, her eyes lighting up.
I feel better.
Emil smiles, and you see there's still blood splattered all over, caked in his beard and hair, and all over his clothes. As he smiles over at you, a little piece of gore hanging from it. Here we go, man. She's sick. Let's get out of here.
Daniel gets up pretty quickly and puts a hand on Emil's back and the other on her. And he's like, she's okay. She's all right.
Yeah, man. I know. I wasn't sure it was gonna work, man. It did. Let's just. I mean, you hear the sirens, right, man?
And he seems like he just doesn't pay attention to the sirens for a moment, and he looks back towards the destroyed room and the way that I don't know if he saw where Terry went or but he looks for down the hallway, and where did he go?
Emil. I remember. Emil definitely saw him go down the stairs, but he was kind of busy. Um. He went down, man. I don't know. Look, we gotta get her out of here first. If nothing else, I mean, Terry was driving the car. They can put it all on him for all I care.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Yeah.
These guys must have had some kind of quick way out, like an emergency route or something, right? Here. And he kind of passes Faith over to you. And he, after you have her in his arms, he grabs one of the coats off of one of the guys, kind of the overcoats, and passes it to you. Here, man. We should probably cover her up a bit.
And
Keeping in mind that her legs were gone, so.
Yeah, still kind of in shock. He's wrapping her up, and and looks at her face as he's doing it, and smiles and gives her kisses across the face. I'm gonna give you all the ice cream every day.
Please, Daddy.
And she looks up to you with bright eyes and says,
Where are we? Where are we going?
Oh, well. Oh, yeah, go ahead. I forget that was you.
Oh, we're gonna get you out of here, and we're gonna go home.
Oh, okay.
and she looks up to you with a bright smile.
All right, I'm sure, like I said, they must have some kind of way out. And Emil looks to the compass. And looks to Daniel, unsure for a moment. All right, I've got one way that we can get out of here for sure, but you have to follow me carefully, all right? If you go off the path at all, like, bad shit'll happen. Like, all the, the crazy weird stuff, like the spider lady and stuff. You remember those ghouls back in Metropolis? Like, shit like that, man. So, don't stray from about right behind me, okay? Like, mirror my footsteps.
Wait a minute, what are you talking about? A door?
Kinda, yeah.
To the other place?
Just don't follow me very closely, okay? Just don't step off of the path. Just follow me. And Emil pulls out the compass. All right. Take me to a safe place where we can get some clothes for Faith without the police finding us.
And you see the compass. It points to a door nearby. You assume it's to where some sort of side room, but it points directly that way.
Right. Let's go. Like I said, not a step away. Don't turn, don't leave me behind. Whatever you do, don't lose track of where I go. Because I don't know if I can find you that easy again. At least not without you getting hurt first. And Emil kind of sighs and laughs it off a bit, trying to deny the severity of the situation to himself as he heads over and opens the door.
And you head over and open the door. And of course, you see what you've seen before, the entrance to Metropolis. You've seen this before as well, Daniel, but now it's just from a different point of view. And as the two of you make your way into there, I'd like you to both roll me, as you're navigating through, an act under pressure roll to see if you can get there without any problems.
Alrighty. I told you to follow me! It's a simple order.
Well, as the two of you travel through Metropolis, we are gonna pan to a bit of a future date. Back to the scene with Fumi lying sprawled out near the side of the road, her blood flowing out onto the ground. The distant sound of sirens as they get closer and closer as Kane stands over top of Fumi's body.
Kane kneels down and grabs kind of onto her shoulders. Fumi, is she conscious or?
She's completely unconscious. You can't tell anything past that. She seems to have a head injury. Her arm is fairly mangled, as is her leg. She's non-responsive.
Yeah, he just stands up and screams, "Ah!" But he's just kind of like waiting for the ambulance, not knowing what to do.
The ambulance gets closer and closer. The people who had hit her, it's a couple, and they're both standing outside their car. The gentleman who is driving is gripping and pulling onto his hair, just anxious as he does so. His wife, you assume, stands beside him, just attempting to comfort him, pat him on the back. And soon, an ambulance arrives. A gentleman comes out with one of those boards, and he kneels down next to you, puts a hand on your shoulder, says, "It's okay. We can help her."
What do you mean it's okay, man? She got hit by a car.
And he has another partner. The two of them start to load up Fumi very carefully, putting a neck brace around her neck. He seems to be standing beside you, comforting you, while his partner does most of the work. He kneels down and says, "It's okay. She's still breathing.
We gotta get her to the hospital. I'll come with." He runs towards the back of the ambulance.
Yeah, they don't have enough time to stop you or say anything, and you hop into the back of the ambulance, and both EMTs, they look to each other and shrug, loading Fumi up into the vehicle, putting her in the back. As they head back into the ambulance and start driving, the gentleman sits in the back with you and looks to you. What's her name? Does she have any sort of family or anything that we can contact?
Not here. I'm her fiance. He lies.
Right. Are you her power of attorney?
Yeah.
Why don't you make me an act under pressure roll there, Kane?
Sure. Mods.
Trying to... Let's see. You have... You don't have anything right now against you. They nod, and they say, "Okay, we just need her full name, and
Her name is.
don't worry, we'll be able to help her."
Her name is Fumi Watanabe, and her address is, and he gives whatever the address is for their apartment.
Right. We'll make sure we help her. And as you drive off to the hospital, entering into emergency, and they wheel Fumi in very quickly, trying to get her the help that she needs as quickly as possible. Let me just bring you over there. And they take as many details as they can about her, And as you sit beside her in the hospital, you don't sit beside her in the hospital, they take her right into emergency. From the door, you can kind of peer in, and you can see them working on her. They're intubating her and trying their best to try and help her. The doctors seem frantic as they run around and try and help Fumi.
Yeah, as this happened, Kane he's not thinking very straight at first, and he gets kind of a quick moment of lucidity, and he brings up his phone and actually texts Mrs. Rios, "I need your help now. Fumi's been hit by a car."
And as you text her, there doesn't seem to be any response at first.
Yeah, I mean, he can't do anything about that right now. He's just he'll keep texting now, hurry.
And eventually, it's about half an hour later that Miss Rios, she messages you back and just says, "Where are you?"
He gives her the hospital that they've been taken to, whatever that one is.
Mm-hmm. Pleasant View Hospital, we'll say. And she just sends okay back after another 15 minutes or so. It's not Miss Rios who shows up, but her assistant Lisa. And
Kane
Fumi
looks
is
irritated. What? Where is she? Fumi needs help.
And Lisa looks to you, and they're still operating on her, it seems. She puts her hands on her hips. There's a few things we could do, but we will have to get her out of the hospital first.
Like what?
She shrugs slightly. It all depends on how bad the injuries are.
She got hit by a fucking car. They're pretty bad.
We will have to take time to assess. It will take a day or two to do this.
This is all your fucking fault anyway. You're supposed to protect me.
She sighs and says, "Miss Rios cannot be responsible for any accident."
It wasn't a fucking accident. I woke up from a dream where I was in some hellscape and they wanted me to torture my dead mother. Something the other people that are after me, I assume. And fuck, you didn't do shit. You can't protect me.
She cocks an eyebrow to this. "Can you prove this, Kane Whiting?"
Why would I lie?
To get out of your contract.
I don't care. I've never he actually suddenly gets violent and like grabs her by the shoulders and tries to like wrestle her back to the wall and slam her into it.
Yeah, why don't you make me, I guess, an engage in combat check.
Oh my
for
god.
this.
Unarmed combat, I'm really good.
You try to grab her, but she ends up reversing. She grabs your wrist, twists around your back, and she ends up grabbing the back of your neck and forcing your face into the side of the wall, pressing you hard and pulling your arm up so it causes you some pain. She whispers harshly in your ear, "Don't try it, little boy. You're not going to succeed very well if you attempt to attack me."
Get the fuck off me.
How can I know that you won't attack me next
You
time?
don't let me go.
She twists your arm a little bit more. "Are you going to be cooperative or are you going to be violent?"
I might be violent. Let me the fuck go. Help! Help! Being assaulted!
As you call help, she lets go and backs up, and you see a nurse. She rounds the corner. She looks to the two of you a bit surprised. "Is everything alright?"
It's fine. I've got Tourette's.
Okay, let me know if you need anything. She looks at the both of you very awkwardly and departs.
He just stares at her. He's like, I don't care what you and Mrs. Rios has to do. Help her. I don't want out of my contract. I want in my contract. That's all I've ever wanted. I've never tried to get out of my contract. Why would I do something like that? I woke up, I was in some sort of fucking dungeon, and this creature, half woman, half pinata, I don't even know what the fuck it was, wanted me to torture Tammy, and I didn't really. And then I woke up, Fumi went outside and got hit by a car. I know how all this works. It's not a coincidence.
She seems to stroke her chin a bit and looks to you and nods. Like I said, it will take a day or two, but we will help her.
I'm guessing she's up in the OR, Fumi is.
Yeah, she is right now.
Yeah.
They're working on her.
Then you stay here until she's ready to go. Where's Miss Rios?
She's at the studio.
Fine. He'll leave. He just looks back at her and leaves. First thing he's gonna do is actually, when he leaves, he's gonna do the same thing he did in Dunwich, actually, and go buy a gun.
So, you're in California.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I can get a hunting shotgun in any Walmart in the United States.
Damn you, convenient. Sure. So you head off to a Walmart nearby.
I couldn't get a pistol, but
You pick up a shotgun.
And missile launchers are okay too.
America! Hell yeah! Yeah, so he's busy fiddling with all that stuff, and he'll drive over to the studio. He leaves. He actually would probably rent a car too, since he doesn't actually own one. He leaves a shotgun in the back of the car. He's not worried about using that on Mrs. Rios. That would not work. So he just heads straight up.
You head straight to the studio, and as you do, you're able to see, as you head inside, Miss Rios is in her usual chair, and as you enter, she spins around. She wears her normal black garment with the white frilled collar, long black hair draping down her shoulders. As she spins to greet you, her hands and fingers are pressed together. She looks at you very seriously. I got the call from Lisa. Terrible tragedy, that is.
Yeah. I don't think you're holding up your bargain.
She purses her lips together a little bit. You have to understand, Kane, that some of these entities, it seems, that are after you are a bit unpredictable. We try our best, do what we can.
I wonder if they can protect me better than you can. Because right now, I am getting my ass kicked. Even though I'm doing what you say, I'm bringing in the results you want. We killed it at that concert, and now the main thing that I wanted is fucked. I wanted protection for Fumi and me, and you haven't been able to do it. I don't want to hear about your fucking excuses.
She stands up to her full height and puts her hands on her hips, slightly leaning over to look at you. Do you really want to chance it with them?
I don't want to, no.
Then I feel like your question is answered, Kane.
I didn't say I wouldn't. I said I didn't want to.
She breathes slightly out her nose. You can see she gets more and more irritated as she looks at you. She looks to the side towards the wall of guitars and frowns. You know, Kane, you're becoming a bit more trouble than you're worth.
Is that a fact? I don't think you know that.
Well, always complaining, and yes, you do what we want, but the constant bitching is getting on my nerves.
I haven't bitched once until this. I did everything you wanted me to do. I have not done one fucking thing that you haven't wanted me to do. And you're the one who promised something that you're not actually doing. Right?
You see that she exhales out her nose. The irritation just building. You're correct, Kane. It seems as if we can't do what you want. Seems whatever is after you and whoever is after you are mighty determined to get what they want.
Alright then. I guess I'm done here. I'll figure it out myself then.
Right? You have fun, Kane, figuring it out yourself. I'll find someone else who's less of a bitch.
Kind of laughs for a second. Yeah, okay. First of all, English might not be your native language, but I didn't say I wasn't going to still do the music thing. I said I'll figure it out on my own, since you can't seem to help me.
All right. Go ahead.
He looks down at his phone and texts his dad and says, "Where are you?"
And with that, we're going to pan to another scene back in Metropolis. And as the two of you travel, yes, of course you hear the, ooh, I should get some music for this. Where is it? Da, 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 da. Give me one moment. As you're traveling through Metropolis, of course, you see the steam coming out of the multitudes of different pipes and such. There's the creeping of what sounds like bugs as they crawl and creep just out of your eye line, of your eyesight. But the sound of them is no less disturbing. Your skin crawls as you make your way through, twisting down different pathways, occasionally doubling back upon yourselves. And as you're making your way through Metropolis, why don't you make me a I'd say observe a situation roll as the two of you make your way through the very crowded, not crowded, but narrow alleyways. right. So, Daniel, you're feeling this presence of something watching you as you make your way through.
He's gonna look behind or try to find out what it is. He's trying to keep up with Emil. He was trusting him. He did, in fact, bring his daughter back, so he's pretty much, falling behind and trusting him to get him where they need to go at the moment.
Yeah, Emma looks almost creepily comfortable here as he kind of walks through the streets, kind of taking everything in with reverie. Even the bugs, they skitter. He watches curiously, but always, every few moments, looks back to that compass, sticking very close to it and never quite letting it out of his sight for more than like half a second. Just eyes darting back to it over and over again as he continues along, following it.
No, I don't think this is the way home, man.
Don't worry, man. Trust me. It's magic. I know the way. I got faith. We'll get out of this. I've been here a couple of times before.
I'm pretty sure there's something following us.
Yeah, I know, man. That's why you have to follow the path. It won't mess with us as long as you do what I say, okay? Just relax. It's fine. The bugs don't hurt nothing either. They're just, doing their thing. And if you see any of those ghouls, don't freak out, okay?
He starts petting her back and humming a little tune as quietly as they're going.
Oh, and Daniel, if something does happen, make sure you get back to me, because the longer you're off the path, I don't know if it gets worse or not, so...
And
Get back to you. I'm staying right here.
As you're conversing, Daniel, you feel something grab at your pants leg and pull you down. You end up falling, with Faith falling with you. And as you fall sprawled out on the ground, both of you start to see these hands, these grayish blackened hands that start jutting out of the different surfaces, both the floor and the walls. Daniel, they start grabbing at you and attempting to hold you down. Emil, you see them grabbing for Faith as well, but with your powers and such, you probably only have enough hands or enough power to help one of them, either Faith or Daniel.
Yeah, that's not a question, is it? He's not, Daniel's important, but she's a kid, Christ's sake. Emil immediately kind of lurches over and kind of moves to get Faith away from the hands, using his tendrils and stuff and slashing out at them. Should I use my power?
That one, you haven't been attacked. The inner power?
Yeah.
That's when you get attacked. So you haven't been attacked.
Oh, that's the one for attacking stuff.
Inner power, I think, is when you attack. It's basically an uncontrollable lash out. You're not being attacked. This would be an act under pressure.
So if I get Faith out of there, it's probably fine then. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was just going to try and get rid of the hands, but yeah, his priority is getting Faith to safety. I mean, he can always come back for Daniel if he has to. The child is the concern. Act under pressure, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Nice.
Yeah, you're able to lash away at the grayish hands that are rising up and grabbing at Faith and attempting to pull her down. You're able to get her out and get her up into your arms. Daniel, as they pull at you and try to hold you down, what do you want to do?
He is gonna try and fight them off and roll towards them, try to get up to his feet if he can.
Shit, man, get out of there. I got Faith. It's alright.
He
we gotta
does.
keep going, man.
He does. He does shout out, "Ah, God damn it, Emil, get her out of here!" And he starts to like roll on the hands if he can and try to get out.
You make me an act under pressure roll then, as you're rolling and just trying to get yourself free. Yeah. So describe as you clear yourself of these hands.
Yeah, so as they start to like grab onto the pants and start to bend his jacket, he kind of slaps one off of him and hits one in the elbow to bend it just enough so he can do a roll over a few of the other hands and up onto his feet as he leaps away from him, kind of towards Emil. He's kind of reaching in his jacket too and fumbling backwards, like reaching for the gun.
Yeah. Emil knows you have the gun. He says, "Don't shoot him, man. Don't. Everything in like Metropolis is gonna hear you, dude. Trust me, you don't want that. Let's go." And you see he's got Emil or Faith in his arms, and he just starts going again, pretty much, kind of glancing down to the compass as it was before, charging the path.
The two of you are able
God
to...
damn it, fuck this place. There's no ice cream in here, Emil.
Yeah, I know, man. But once
It's
we get
like
out, it'll be
you.
fine. Don't worry, Faith. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be
Okay.
fine. I know the creepy hands are like super creepy and stuff. You know, it's just think of it as magic, okay?
Okay.
Really scary fucking magic. Emil mumbles to himself as he continues along.
And the two of you are able to find your way out. You see a door. It's caked in moss and other greenery, but you're able to force your way through the door and out into what looks to be Daniel's apartment. Let me bring
Yeah,
you-
Emil almost stumbles through the gate, the door of sorts, into the room. Oh, hell, man, there we are. Oh, he's done. Fucking hell, Metropolis is always a doozy. And,
Oh,
yeah, and he goes over towards the couch, sets Faith down on it, and once Daniel's through, he makes sure the door is firmly closed again.
You entered through the
is
back.
the apartment?
Hmm?
Sorry, is the apartment the same? Does it look the same as when we left?
It looks similar. You don't see Kensley. She's not there. But on the floor, you see Mr. Biggs, just surrounded by a pile of this brownish vomit. He's very unmoving. There's a slight, strange smell in the air.
Oh shit, man. Yeah, and as Emil kind of sets Faith on the couch, he kind of like... does she see it?
She sees it, but she doesn't react much.
And Emil kind of looks to her. You okay, Faith?
I'm fine. Is there ice cream?
Yeah, we'll get you some ice cream, right, Daniel? Emil kind of looks a little concerned. Hey,
Daniel.
Oh, go ahead.
Daniel's staring at Mr. Biggs and kind of stunned for a moment, and he totally had no idea that they were going to walk like straight into the apartment, and then he looks over to Faith to see her face and her reaction.
Why don't you, when you're kind of looking at her, why don't you make me an investigate check?
Yeah, Emil is actually kind of looks to Daniel. He's like, "Don't worry, man. It'll be all right. I'll take care of it." And he kind of looks back to Faith as he sees Daniel watching her movements, and I'm gonna actually do magical intuition if that's fine. We don't have the macro, but it's just soul again, so I'll just do that if that's okay. So he wants to try and magically assess her if he can.
Sure. Daniel, you think, do you think there's something? Maybe she's just hungry. But she doesn't seem too bad right now. And magical intuition.
Up to 2 options. So let me copy paste this one as well for everybody.
Too.
So I get choose up to 2 options. One may be saved until later this scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely want to learn something about a creature's true nature. He wants to try and determine what changed in her after the ritual, because he knew something would. He knew this, wouldn't leave her normal. But he wants to try and figure out what.
Though there's aspects of Faith that are still there, that are still on the surface, there is definitely something. So it's learn the true nature.
Yeah, something about a creature's true nature.
Um,
And then I suppose the next one is pretty much a shoo-in. I want to learn if something has a magical nature. So he wants to determine whether there's definitely something more there now, and what it is basically.
let me whisper you something.
Cool. And I'll probably get some more.
And say, and he looks at Faith, and he can't really read her just blank reaction, so he's going to be like, looks back at Mr. Biggs laying on the floor, and he's like, I think we need new ice cream. We might have to go to the store.
Yeah, what's the deal with that anyway?
He walks over there and he looks. Does he see the bowl of the ice cream and stuff, or is that?
It's melted at this point. And as you look at the bowl of ice cream, your phone rings. I think, yeah, Kane, you called your dad, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yes,
yeah,
I did.
your phone rings, and it's Daniel. Or sorry, it's Kane.
He's not there yet. He hasn't. Well,
He picks it up really quick. Kane.
Where you at, man? I'm had a real bad day. Some shit's happened.
Yeah. I'm at my apartment.
Okay. Where is that?
Here's the address. I'll text it to you.
Okay. Hey, you know that weird guy, Emil, that we used to have group with, that was, in Dunwich with us? He was into that hocus pocus stuff, and, fuck, Dad, Spider Lady, he says this right in front of Miss Rios. I don't know how much she can really help me. I had a dream last night, and I was in some sort of dungeon, and Tammy was there, and
Help you?
Tammy was there, and they wanted me to torture her. I don't know if they wanted me to I don't know what they wanted, but I have a feeling that I didn't do what they wanted. And today Fumi got hit by a car. She's in pretty bad shape. Miss Rios is supposedly going to take care of it, but anyway, we gotta do something, Dad, or shit's gonna keep happening. So I guess it's kind of like ride or die. I can't keep going through this. I can't keep putting people in danger around me.
Hey, Emil.
You're
Emil's
with
here.
him?
And Faith's here.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had some some bad things happen too.
Oh,
Yeah, come here as soon as
Yeah,
possible.
Emil's like over there, and he's kind of watching Faith. Or his eyes kind of meeting with hers for a moment, silently. His sunglasses are kind of hanging from his shirt right now, and he kind of looks to you, Daniel. Oh yeah, Daniel, you want to give her some pants or something?
Yeah.
what did he say? Anyway, Dad, I'm
Daniel goes
coming.
into the other
I'm
room.
coming. I'm coming. I'll just stay there.
Oh, and don't trust that fucking dick Terry. When he's in the other room, he says that as he's going through the closet.
You haven't talked to him since we've been back. I mean, I think we swapped a couple messages about doing a photo shoot or something. Why? What happened?
He killed the dog, and he
What dog?
tried to steal Faith's dog, Mr. Biggs.
What do you mean, steal Faith?
Caught him kidnapping Faith.
What for? What are you talking about?
I don't know, he's trying to take him to do some evil shit. I'll tell you more about it when you get here.
All right. He hangs up the phone.
As you hang up the phone, both of you, when you arrived, you kind of noticed that when you went after Faith and Terry, it was nighttime, but now it's morning and the birds are chirping outside. It just seems like a very lovely day now.
Yeah, Emil's kind of used to it already. He's oh, and I figured out that might be that, so I think I get a stability back, don't I? For my thingy, my knowing stuff and learning shit thing. But while Daniel's in the next room over, while he's still on the phone and stuff, the moment he goes down the hall, he kind of sits down next to Faith and kind of turns her face to him. Hey.
Hi.
And she looks up to you and smiles.
How long you plan on staying in there?
She looks from side to side and places a finger to the side of her face.
Well, however long I really feel like at this point.
Listen, I don't like the stuff that your order was doing, but I get that I owe you one after you kind of like ripping them all up and using them as a blood sacrifice. But, so what's it gonna take to get you out of here? Leave Faith alone.
Huh. That's a really good question.
And she seems to kind of place both her palms against her cheeks and rub them in like a semicircle pattern.
I don't know. I'm really comfortable right now. Like, this is definitely a comfortable body, easy to move around in. And, I mean, well, I'm getting ice cream, apparently.
She looks over to the dog, and you actually see her slide off the couch and move towards the corpse of Mr. Biggs.
And it seems like there's other food, too.
Hey, don't mess with the dog. I was gonna bring it back.
She looks to the side, and she grabs the dog underneath the arms, and she shakes her head.
No.
Come on, seriously. And he kind of steps over and kind of pulls Biggs away.
You see she pouts a bit and looks up to you.
You know, I can reverse all of this, right?
Listen, I was trying to think about it, and Faith seems to keep getting in trouble, right? Maybe we can work something out so that doesn't happen anymore.
What do you have to offer then?
Well, I mean, you know how I kind of have a thing going with my guy. Maybe your Faith's guy. I don't know. Maybe I can teach her some of the stuff I do, and then maybe she does some favors for you in the future.
Ooh.
You see, she rubs her hands very excitedly together.
I'm interested in that. That sounds like fun.
I don't think I'm gonna do much better than this, actually. And I still am kinda. He scratches his head. Still kinda trying to wrap my head around all this stuff I can do.
Well, the other thing you can do is, I'm kind of hungry.
Ugh.
Enough for ice cream.
Why are you guys always so hungry, man? I kinda hate that I'm getting used to it. Alright, I'll figure something out. But after that, you give Faith back, and then, we'll figure things out from there. But no more just hopping in whenever you feel like it, okay?
She shrugs a bit.
Let's see.
There's a sigh from Emil. And he heads over to the door. Alright. And don't let Daniel know that you're freaked out, man. Fuck, I'm freaking out, man. And you see he pulls a blunt out of his pocket and lights it. And then looks down. Oh, shit, man. How am I supposed to go out? Alright, I'm gonna have to borrow some clothes from Daniel. Give me. And he clears half of the blunt in no time as he heads into the next room. And Daniel, you see him kind of walk in, big puff of smoke leading the way in to the room before him. Hey, man. Alright, so I gotta do something. You have some clothes I can borrow, man? Like, maybe, like, he kind of looks down and then looks at you. I don't know, maybe, like, some sleep clothes? I don't know. Do you have, like, a whatever shirt? Like I do? Like something extra big?
Daniel's like in the middle of looking at the clothes, and he's in the middle of a memory of when him and his wife had bought the outfits together, and then he looks up, and half listening to him, he catches the end of his request, and he's like, "Are you fucking smoking weed in my apartment in front of Faith?"
Yeah, I am, man. Here. And he kind of walks over and hands you the blunt. I think we both need it, to be honest.
What's the matter with
Seriously, I'm like ready to fucking trip the fuck out of here, man. I gotta do something, but I need something, or like to get the blood off. I don't know. I don't exactly know how to use magic for, getting rid of blood yet.
He takes a drag, and he puts it out on the desk. And he's like, "Yeah, my closet.
Sweet.
I got some clothes.
That is... which hall?
Here, I'll take you there."
Okay, cool.
You hear from down the hallway.
Dad! Ice cream!
It's coming, sweetie. Yeah, your brother's bringing it.
Oh, yay.
He's right in here. And he opens up the closet. You can see his clothes. They have like 3 different shades in there, but that's about it. They're all nicely kept, though. And
Yeah, Emil
arranged.
kind of clumsily grabs one that looks about right. And you see him kind of just story. Thanks, man. So here's the thing. Alright. He, literally just, pulls his, like, overshirt off and then the undershirt and, pulls the next one on. He's like, oh, wait, actually, he's like, got it up over his head and stuff, and he's like, wait a minute. He puts it down. You got a bathroom so I can wash this out of my beard?
Yeah, right there. Next door to the right.
Thanks. And he continues talking from the next room, if you follow him or not. So I gotta go, listen, there's a couple more things I've gotta do with the magic. I'm gonna try and, I figure we need somebody to protect Faith just in case, so, we've got a dog. I mean, I don't know, I might be able to do something with that. This book you gave me is really interesting, man.
Yeah, he yells from the other room as he opens up the secret hideaway shelves and grabs another gun from in there, reloading some of his stuff.
Hey, you hear me,
Oh,
man?
Yeah, I forgot I gave you that book. I should probably get that back from you.
Oh, yeah. If you need it, man. But do you mind if I scan it first? You know, it's the weirdest shit, man. Because when I scan it, it's like a bunch of it doesn't make sense until I like figure out the right, runes and shit. But it still works even in the iPad and stuff. So
Oh,
I've got a whole digital library of this stuff.
yeah, you sure? Yeah, I mean, you saved Faith after all. I owe you.
Thanks, man.
Twice
Oh.
now, I guess.
Oh yeah. It's nothing, man. I mean, honestly, I do it for any kid, man. I mean, that's fucked up shit. No one should have to go through that, let alone how old is she?
What's going on with Terry? He shows up in the doorway of the bathroom.
As the two of you
Kind of
are
leans up against the wall.
talking, Kane, you arrive at Daniel's apartment with ice cream in hand.
Yeah, I would probably, one thing just to note, I would confirm with Miss Rios that she's going to take care of Fumi and reiterate that I'm going to do what she wants me to do. Right? I'm not, like, just particularly so Fumi gets fixed.
They agree. They say they'll find out what's wrong. Like, they'll fix her, basically.
Okay. Yeah. Kane walks in with the ice cream in one hand and a shotgun in the other. He puts down the ice cream on the table and, Faith, where are you?
Oh yeah, she's we haven't gotten her clothes yet, so she's
No,
pantsless
she's
and has fucking
pantsless and
blood all over
blood.
her.
Yeah, she's got blood caked all over her. Some of it dried. She's wearing no pants. She turns the corner and her face lights up. Kane! And she runs over and wraps her arms around you.
I missed you. I missed you in so long. Did you bring ice cream?
Yeah, what the fuck? Dad!
Oh yeah.
And she looks up to Kane.
I got crushed by a car.
What?
Yeah. Daddy's car.
Daniel comes out. Probably I think he's covered in blood too and pretty mangled looking. He's like, son, there's a lot to tell you.
She's okay then? She's...
Hey man, is that Kane I hear out there? How you doing?
Yeah, hold on, man. What, okay, she got crushed. How'd she get hit by a car? Fumi got hit by a car. This is weird, man.
Long story, man. Like, lots of shit happened. I gotta go get a guy. Well, I mean, I have to go get some stuff for, it's a long story, man.
Alright,
And he comes
hey,
out
Faith,
and
let's...
he's gotta...
Yeah, let's put on some clothes. Come on.
I need pants. I'm cold.
Yeah, I'd say. Come on.
Daddy, where are my pants?
He hears that kind of slip in Emil's what he had just said, and kind of like cocks his head back, raises an eyebrow, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, here's your pants, here's clothes. Let's get you cleaned up in the bathroom, okay?
Okay.
She follows you into the bathroom.
And you get some ice cream."
And Emil steps out of presumably either the same or another bathroom.
Oh, there's only one.
Yeah, he steps out as they head in. He's got a towel. He's kind of drying his beard and his hair. It's wet, and there's a slight orangish tinge to it now. And you can probably guess why, given after looking at the other two. He's changed into what are clearly some of Daniel's clothes. Maybe something more a large fitting sleepwear almost, but it's a little bit tight on him, but it fits. Hey man, and he kind of goes over to him and kind of puts a hand on his shoulder. Look, I'm sorry about all this shit that happened, but I'm gonna make sure it's all right, okay?
What happened? I mean, I kind of lost track of you and Terry since we moved here. Sorry, man.
Oh, it's fine, man. I mean, that's reasonable. But, Terry kind of went crazy. He's, well, I mean, you know the kind of weird shit going on. You've got, like, a deal with the spider lady. Terry's ex is, like, possessing him and shit and like, doing all weird stuff. Long story short, this group of mages, I guess, occultists and stuff, turns out they were the ones with Terry's kid, right? That was kidnapped a long time ago. They wanted Faith in exchange. Well, clearly me and Daniel didn't want that to happen. But it didn't exactly go as planned, and he kind of got the drop on Daniel. So, don't worry though. I used magic, so Faith is going to be all right. Once I finish up,
You healed her then? Is what you're saying?
yeah.
Oh man, I can't thank you enough, man. I mean,
Well,
I got money now. I can give you some. I got a lot of money.
No,
I-
man. No, you don't gotta do that. I mean, if you want to give me money, go down and look at some cool stuff in the shop, all right? But for now, listen. Do you know any like bad people that you would want to not have around?
Yeah, plenty.
Okay, well, listen.
Can you get a hold of Terry?
Oh, good point. I don't know.
Because if I see him, he like picks up the shotgun, and waves it a bit. He's getting one of these, no questions asked.
Don't wave this shotgun around, man. Listen, I'll deal with it if I can, but he went deeper into the Order of Bosk's lair, and I don't know what's down there, man, but I mean, it was fucked up, this stuff that we had to do there, so.
Yeah, I know, man. It's fucking crazy. I woke up yesterday in some dungeon and I don't even know how to describe her. Some sick like golem of a half woman, I don't know. Her skin it was disgusting. Anyway, she wanted me to just to torture my dead mom, my dead fake mom, and I didn't. And so I think this is punishment for that.
I don't know, man. I mean, that's kind of fucked up. It sounds like, could I do a roll to see if I might know where he went? I already have an idea, given in-character info, but...
Well, Daniel, you're close enough to hear this, right?
Yeah.
This sounds very similar to a dream that you had.
I was just thinking about that too. Did I know where I was though, or?
You didn't. I'd let you make a roll there, just kind of off the cuff.
If it was something maybe in the book mentioned it while I was reading it or something like that.
Not like that, no. Emil, if you want to try and make a roll.
Yeah, you actually see him. Just describe it again, man. Like what it was like. And he, as you describe it to him, you see he pulls out a little. And he's got his phone, which is like one of those really huge screens, like overly large screens. He's like tapping away at it. He has a tablet as well. You wouldn't have seen him with, but Daniel knows he has one like that. But he's going through this, and he seems to pull something up on his phone, and he's cross-checking all of this different info. That's all you use a Kult library. All right. And he wants to figure out which dimension is this associated with.
Let me think. Yeah. You think it might be Inferno
Okay, yeah.
that this thing has come from.
That was my hunch. Oh, fuck. You didn't,
Oh, cool.
What?
Like Daniel's sitting there thinking for a second, and He says, I remember something like that. I don't know. I remember something about torturing somebody. Asking me to torture somebody. Or
Oh shit, man. That sounds like Desernida is.
You wouldn't know this. This is what Daniel would know.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay.
I did get that name before, but I forgot it like in character.
It's okay. That's up to you.
Yeah.
But
So it was the same as Kane's? Was it like you said? It was a dream?
I mean, mine seemed like a
No.
dream, but I don't know if it was. I mean,
Well, I mean, it wasn't, man.
yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how you've been getting into Inferno from your dreams. Because he kind of flips through on his little phone. That sounds, from what I'm reading, like some pretty advanced shit, man.
Advanced for who?
A long fucking story. Anyway, okay, so, you've got a list, apparently. Who's the first guy on your list? Like, the big problem to take care of, other than Terry?
Fuck, man. I don't know if there's not a person to take care of. I mean,
Well, I mean, just the one that I can get to really quickly and, isn't a problem if he goes over.
he thinks about it for a second. And, I mean, could you get... What about Miss Rios? Could you get her?
Oh, no, man, I'm not fucking with that shit. No way.
Oh, okay.
I've already got enough to deal with the... And he kind of stops again. As he sees Faith kind of walking past with the ice cream. Now closed, presumably.
Mm-hmm. She's all cleaned up and clothed.
Listen, she's like a whole nother level. She's like the dude that I get the ability to do this stuff from, kinda. I mean, that's like the kind of tier that I'm looking
Alright, yeah,
for.
it's a bad idea anyway, it's fine. Did I get the information of the dude who hit Fumi? He would call, he would actually call the hospital as her fiance and try to get that information. If possible.
They,
I would use one of my talents if necessary.
Yeah, go ahead, use your talent.
Let's see.
They're like, oh, we can't really release
Right.
that sort of information, but the police are handling it. So if you want to make a roll for something, try and get the information.
Yeah, tell him it's for insurance purposes.
Right. I'm just looking to see if talents. I have any talents to support that.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll me. Boop, boop, boop,
Yeah, I'm
boo.
just looking too.
I guess I guess act under pressure to try and remember the name.
Sure. You just.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
for Kane, it would be influence others. I would say.
Okay.
No.
He doesn't remember. It was something. I can't remember that name. He's been thinking of it the whole time.
Yeah, Daniel, you kind of play with different variations of the name, just trying to remember. And then it finally comes to you that it's Desernida is the name. Kane, they do tell you the information. And as you tell them the information, as I tell you the information of the couple that had been involved in the accident, they also mention, oh yes, and we did find the information for Fumi. Her parents have been contacted as well.
No. That wasn't. She wasn't. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Sorry, they're her power of attorney. She's... And they pause for a moment. She's on life support right now.
I mean, Yeah, but she's gonna come off that, right?
We'll have to wait and see. But her parents have been contacted as their power of attorney. They have any final decisions.
Okay,
do.
okay. He hangs up, and he goes over to Emil, and he's like, "These two," gives them over the names. They deserve it.
You're sure? Man?
Yep, 100%.
Well, I don't know if I. He kind of looks over to Faith, kind of awkwardly, and just says, not wanting to give the game away too much, but there's no real other way. He's too fine.
Does he talk to Faith?
Yeah.
And ask her? She looks back at you, Daniel, and you see her grin widely. She's got a face full of ice cream, and she nods.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Okay, so...
Be like, Desrenida. That's the fucking name.
Alright, listen. Hold on. I gotta make it... Alright, I'm stepping out. You do what you gotta do. I gotta make a call real quick. He calls, Miss Rios.
Okay.
As you call Miss Rios, as you're phoning up, you hear cars start to pull up outside. And Daniel, I want you to make me an endure injury check as you slowly feel the corners of your face peeling back.
Hello? What?
Hello?
Okay, injury.
Like Beetlejuice success.
Oh my god. I figured. I was like, oh no, did he just say a bad thing?
Wow.
Alright, give me one sec. As you start to speak, you speak her name. You hear the noise of hooting and hollering outside. It sounds like a group of people pulled up outside of your home, Daniel. And you feel this pull and this tugging on the side of your lips, but you're able to pull away and turn around immediately as you see that creature out of the shadow as Kane is standing there making a call, almost as if she had risen up out of his shadow. You see the creature Desrenida just looming over you. And we're gonna slap the scene to Terry.
Fuck's sake. Emil never catches a break. This is what he gets for helping people.
Oh god, Daniel!
He's completely insane at this
Switching.
point.
Oh, Daniel!
He's just gone. He's loony.
You're the cause of all this. I even forgot.
It came from you. Let me just find. Where the fuck is this place? Give me a sec.
Joining us here, endless suffering already, so I know it's cold night.
Right? Oh
I'm just
my
trying to
God.
find the place. Give me one sec. I have so many fucking places. Oh, there it is. Terry babies.
Terry. Oh my.
So this is back the previous night. Terry, all your children are around you, tugging at your pant legs and at your shirt as they're just slowly chanting, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy." Jessie's got her arms around your waist and says, "I'm so glad that we're reunited with our children."
It is nice, isn't it? A whole family, all mine. And he kind of holds his hands up to the ceiling.
As they're standing around you, what do you do now, Terry? With your new family.
He looks around and doesn't think this is any kind of place for a family to live, so he looks over at Jessie and says, "Well, gosh, sweetie, I know we've got all the children together again, but do you think this is a good place to have the kids at?" He's looking a bit unhinged, of course, naturally.
She shakes her head. No, I think we need somewhere much better. She looks over. I think the children are hungry.
Oh, well, kids, what do you want to eat?
And they start laughing, very childish way. I'm just gonna put on the children's music. And as they giggle, they say, "We want
Yeah, something fresh, Daddy. Something yummy. Something tasty. Daddy, we're hungry."
You can kind of feel one of the children that's grabbing your leg. You can feel its nails slowly digging into your leg there. And you can feel the light pressing of teeth on your skin.
Yeah, and he grabs that child in particular and says, "Oh, no. No, let's find something more fresh. Daddy would take care of you, but, yeah, like, there's plenty of better meals Daddy can find for you right now."
And they all rejoice in celebration. Even the one you picked up, it's clapping its blue and decaying hands together.
And, Terry thinks for a moment. It's like, who do I know that would be a treat? He kind of taps his chin. Oh, of course. I got the perfect person. And he will see if his cell has reception.
You check your cell phone, and it does indeed have reception.
Very good. Oh, well, let's place a call to Vivian then, shall we?
Yeah, it rings for a few moments, and then she picks up. Hello?
Hey, Viv. It's Terry.
Hey, Terry. Where are you?
I'm just out and about. It's a bit of a long night, but I finally feel like I've closed a really difficult chapter of my life. I just feel like I belong now, you know?
I'm glad to hear that. Hey, your dog's gonna run out of food almost. What brand does he eat? I'm at your house, by the way.
Oh, perfect. You know what? Actually, I'm about to head back now. See, I took care of things a lot faster than I thought. I underestimated myself, I guess, but I'll bring the food, and why don't we have some dinner?
Sure. Yeah, do you want me to order something?
No. I will whip something up, and it'll be quite the meal, I promise.
All right. Sounds good. You hear a yip, a bark in the background. She's like, "Shush, Brutus. It's fine. Daddy will be home soon." And she's like, "Okay, I'll see you soon then. Bye."
Bye. He hangs up the phone. Well, I know we want to find a better place for everyone to stay, but how about I take all of you back home with me for the night, and we have dinner. Dinner's actually already there.
You hear the children. They cheer, and Jessie puts a hand on your arm. Hey, Terry, how about this? Why don't, if possible, you let me take care of dinner. And though it won't be as much, maybe you could have appetizers beforehand. She looks down at herself, kind of in need of something different to wear, if you know what I mean.
Well, appetizers. What would you say we have for appetizers, dear?
I was thinking maybe something that was more of a... maybe on all fours?
He thinks on it. No, not that. Not that. That's not proper. Besides, children should have healthy respect for animals. There are some things that are on all fours, not by choice, upstairs, that we might have to wait a little bit for people to leave. There should be enough meat left over after the car.
All right. Sounds good.
And then dinner.
Okay, and she smiles. And the children, they let you go. You see they all kind of come together in a little circle. And they join hands. As they do so, the children start to slowly amalgamate into the same body. You can see for a brief few moments that a little child's torso has multiple hands and feet and heads as all the children compress together into one form. And as they do, they compress into a very easy, smaller package of a small, beautiful baby boy.
Terry will go over and lift the baby and wrap him in the jacket. Shh. Oh, I definitely see all the family resemblances. You are most certainly mine.
It smiles dumbly at you. Looks up to you. It's got a very almost papery thin skin. Its eyes look to be glazed over, almost like it's a small corpse that's still moving around. It wiggles around as you wrap it up and carry it, but it coos very happily in your arms.
Let's go up there and get that snack, but we'll have to be a little quiet. We've got not some nice people up there, but I don't think they'll do anything with the meal.
And you head upstairs. Let me just move you up there. All right, and as you move upstairs, you head up there to find that there's no one up there, and quite a bit of that meat that was there, that blood and viscera, is actually gone. And you see on the floor, sketched out, looks to be some sort of ritualistic symbol. The car's been tossed up and onto its side, and as you and Jessie make your way up, you see that there's flashing lights and cop cars that have just pulled up to the side of the building.
Yeah, he looks and sees the lack of bodies, and well, that's fucking annoying. And he looks over and looks to where the cops are coming in at.
You see they're slowly approaching with flashlights, their guns out, and they're calling inside, They're like, hey, is anybody still in there?
Oh, just me and my boy. Sorry, officers. Is it okay if I come out slow?
Hands up, hands up. And you see there's quite a few people that are outside, including a few police officers. They look fairly shocked at the carnage, as there's a giant hole in the side of this building now. It's very car-shaped. And of course, there is blood on the ground, but there's no bodies.
Yeah, he'll come out with one hand up and the other one wrapped around his child. Sorry, I can't put my other hand up.
They look very confused and look at you. I don't think you have I think you have maybe like a little bit of blood on you.
Yeah.
But they're still pointing their guns at you and say, what the fuck happened?
Look, I honestly couldn't tell you. I saw the same thing just passing by, and I couldn't explain it to you. I just, I had my son. I was trying to see if people were okay. Nobody to be found, man.
Why don't you make me an influence others check there, Terry? Y'all good there?
Yeah, I'm just seeing if I have anything for this.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Right.
I think you might.
I may have Notorious. I don't know if they've heard of me locally
see.
at this point, but it would be when you encounter someone who's likely heard about you. So I don't know if cops with an Instagram, but
They might. You're famous in your trade. I don't think it would apply to this.
okay. Yeah, no. Influence others then.
Unless you're trying to seduce them.
Female cops?
Female cops there.
Maybe appeal to her the most, but
Yeah, go ahead if you want to do fascination. Try and get out of this.
it's using my art though, so I don't think that really applies either.
True. Alright, make me a influence others check. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they still have their guns drawn on you. Still pointing them at you and say, you need to come down with us. Get downtown with us right now. We have to ask you some questions.
Okay, not a problem. Is there any way I can feed my son? He's very hungry.
They look between each other, and one of the female cops, she puts away her gun very carefully. The others still have it drawn and pointed at you, and she starts slowly approaching. She says, I can take him.
Okay, if you're sure. And he kind of looks at the baby. Shh, yes. And he kind of whispers, whoever you want. And he kind of rocks him back and forth. Whoever you want. He says, here, just be very gentle. He's a bit grumpy when he's hungry.
And the baby starts to whine as the woman, she takes the baby. It starts to struggle, and she looks confused and is shushing the baby and is trying to comfort it. Then as she's holding it, you see your baby start to shudder and shake. And it almost explodes into this flurry of hands and mouths as it grabs onto the front of the woman's face, attaching to it, and you hear her just start screaming as her face slowly gets devoured by this mound of hands and mouths from this child.
Yeah, how are the other cops reacting? Because I might have to make some moves for my children.
They are freaking out. They are pointing their guns towards the female cop and the baby, shouting to each other. There's about 4 of them in total.
Yeah, is there a brick or anything nearby?
There are many, many bricks.
Yeah, displaced. Yeah, if their eyes are off him, then he's gonna grab a brick and try to bash the nearest cop and get his gun, basically.
Why don't you make me an engage in combat check there?
Ah, my specialty.
Very nice. You're able to bash the cop on the side of the head. He goes down fairly quickly, and his gun clatters to the ground. The other cops, they start shooting towards the female cop, and as the baby is just devouring her face.
Yeah, I pick the gun up and start firing on the police.
Alright, make me another engage in combat check. Oh my god. You fire at another one, and it does shoot one in the head, but as you keep firing, you run out of bullets and hear the clicking of the empty pistol as you do. One of the cops turns on you, one of the remaining ones, and starts firing at you, Terry. So why don't you make me an avoid harm check as he fires at you. Ooh. All right. So you're going to make me it would be endure injury with I think it's a -2 because of the damage that it will do. Ooh.
Critical wounds sounds good.
Mm-hmm. So you get shot basically right in the thigh and start bleeding profusely as your blood leaks onto the ground, and it's a fairly critical wound that you have, of course. You know that if you don't get help soon, there is a chance you might bleed out. As this is happening, the woman collapses onto the ground, and your Shoggoth of a baby is still on top of her. You can see her body twitching underneath as the child starts to get larger and larger as it consumes her body.
Yeah, so again on the ground in pain, you know, Terry's like, fuck, and he hits the ground, and then he will go for one of the other dead officers' guns, if he can, and try to fire on the remaining cops.
You crawl towards the remaining gun that's there. The cop is confused, and it doesn't know whether to fire on the creature or you. It's kind of moving between the two of you. And I'll say with a -1, make me an engage in combat. All right. So as you fire upon the last cop, he seems to fall dead on the ground. You're slowly bleeding out on the ground. You're becoming weaker and weaker. You can hear these slurps and slops as the baby is devouring the woman. As you stand there breathing heavily, you see a shadow above you. As your gaze casts upwards, you see the form of Emil looking down at you. And next to you is yourself.
Yeah, he looks up and he wonders if he's hallucinating because the injury is taking its toll, or he looks up at them both. I didn't think today could get much worse, but maybe you are about to prove me wrong?
You hear what looks like Emil. As far as you can tell, it is Emil, and he chuckles. Yeah, that just really depends on you. and the both of them lean down and put their hands under your arms, pick you up. As that happens, you pass out from blood loss. But we're gonna move the scene back over to Daniel's apartment once I can find it. Where are you? There it is. I feel like my Emil impression was...
That was so spot on. It was so good. That was what Lady Emil sounds like.
Lady Emil.
Oh my, Amelia.
Damn it, I missed what happened.
Oh, okay. So I guess what happened? To give you a quick
Engaged
recap.
to the shootout with the cops with a Shoggoth baby. Suffered damage. Saw my doppelganger and Emil's doppelganger. Passed out, blood loss as they carried me away.
Yeah, it was
Basically
fucking
good
weird.
things.
Real fucking weird.
Really
So
fucking weird.
the camera pans back to inside Daniel's apartment. The creature known as Divinity now standing and towering over you. It seemed to have risen out of Kane's shadow. And you hear from both the front and the back of the house, there's hooting and hollering outside. It seems as people have surrounded your house, Daniel.
What the fuck, guys? Emil's kind of taken aback by the sudden and rapid change in situation.
Yeah, Kane just, oh god. What do you want? He like, his demeanor is, like, very different. He kind of just goes and slumps on the couch.
Okay.
Well, she just did a Hellraiser chain on my face. And, like, ripped, I guess a gash in my cheek or something.
Yeah, on both of your cheeks, it's pulled back maybe like a quarter of an inch. The skin, it's hurting and it's bleeding, but it's nothing too serious.
So as he like grabs the side of his face and like whips around, he's gonna pull his gun and be like, "What the fuck? What are you doing here?"
Well, it's mostly because of you, Daniel, that I'm here in the first place. And Kane, I guess. Thanks for the ride.
Yeah, sure. Listen,
Did you guys, like, what the hell is going on here? Do you guys have, like, some kind of deal going on?
fuck no. But, let me tell you something. I don't know what your name is and I don't care. But you want me to torture somebody? Is that what you want? That's what you got pissed at me that I didn't do yesterday, right?
I feel like we're a little bit past that Kane whiting, but I do want you to come with me.
Where to?
You can hear people start to approach. She points to the front door. My followers. Go with them. They'll lead you to where you need to be.
Yeah, Emil kind of motions for Faith to come over, air quotes Faith, to come over to him. And he's over by the bathroom door again. He's like, alright, I don't know what the hell is wrong with you guys, or how you keep fucking this shit up so much, but I'm gonna go with Faith.
You're not taking
make
Faith
sure she's
anywhere,
okay.
Emil, man. Just chill.
Yeah, I don't think this is the way to go for her.
No shit, man.
So,
You're asking her how many people she would like you to kill, so I know that you're not telling me something.
Faith, you see Faith look up to Divinity. She looks very similar to Kane, more annoyed than anything, and she points at Divinity.
Look, can you fuck off? This is kind of my turf right now.
And
oh,
the creature looks down
man.
at Faith and frowns. And then you see that peeled back face that she has cracks into a bit of a smile. Blood still running down her cheeks. Oh, it's you. I didn't recognize it in that.
Daniel's gonna like slowly turn towards Faith as she curses.
Yeah, Emil has his face in his hand. Oh, come on, man.
He looks from her to Emil, and he's like, "What the fuck is going
Okay,
on?"
so listen, we gotta make some deals, man. It's the only way to get people back like that. So, I mean, Faith's in there, but she's not the one in charge right now, so I gotta, I'm taking care of it. But then this happened, so... Fuck,
So-
man, I did not smoke enough today. Oh
You need-
my god.
So you need 2 bodies? That's
Well,
what the
not
deal was?
two, I mean, probably just one, but I got better safe than
Yeah,
sorry.
that's fine. Use them. It doesn't matter. He looks back up to Desernita and says, "You sure you don't want me to torture somebody? I would love to. More than you can probably ever expect. His name's Terry McKinley. If you can get a hold of him, I'll do whatever you want me to him." Worse than
Come
that.
on, King.
No, fuck off, Emma.
And she thinks for a moment, and as she thinks, you see Faith reach into she reaches into her pocket. She pulls out something. You see it's a small watch, and she just sighs, "Oh, fuck this," and she cranks it back.
Oh no, shit!
As she does that, everything kind of resets almost. Kane, you've just shown up to the house, ice cream in hand. Faith has looked around the corner, still with no pants on. Emil, you're still in the bathroom. And I think, Daniel, you're talking to Emil through the bathroom door. The group of you realize, you look around, you don't see Desernita, you don't hear the hooting and hollering of people outside, but you do know what happened.
Yeah, Emil immediately kind of turns from the bathroom and rushes into the hall to look at Daniel. Don't say your fucking name, man.
Kane looks at Daniel. "Yeah, man. She told me that she got to me because of you."
What?
"Yeah, that's what she said, because Daniel's going on some fucking murdering spree or something."
And Emil kind of turns a bit more slowly to Daniel. What, man? What does he mean by that?
Daniel's just looks at Emil, kind of blank-faced, and then down at Faith, and then to his son. And he kind of sighs, like lets out a painful sigh, and he says, "Yeah, I've killed some people.
"You're a fucking idiot, man."
Right now, I want to kill one person. Terry."
"Yourself, maybe? Listen, dude.
What the fuck do you...
You are the one.
You mean like
You're
some-
responsible for all this, man."
Oh my fucking god,
I'm
man.
responsible for all of this?
Yeah.
Emil walks back into the bathroom and
I put
continues
ice cream
cleaning
in
up.
pants.
Here's your fucking ice cream. He just throws it down in front of her.
Rude.
And she picks it up and grabs a spoon and doesn't put it into a bowl. She just starts eating out of the tub.
Oh, man.
Do put on some pants, though, man. I don't like seeing my sister like that.
She looks up to you and she giggles.
Please.
Are you
He sighs.
okay?
Alright, listen. Enough arguing for now. We gotta figure some shit out, and we gotta do it quick.
Yeah, well, I don't say her name first off, but other than that, I mean, I think I just need to go take care of this, and then finish the deal with Boss here, and, Faith will be back, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah, but there's more. That's fine, right? Alright, fine. But we need to get Terry, man.
You have to go kill some people? But, it's okay if Emil kills some people.
Well, he's doing it for
Yeah, I
a
mean,
reason,
he
not because he fucking likes it.
Yeah, man, like, I want to at least fucking help people. If this fucking thing is gonna be like possessing me and making me kill shit, I might as well kill some bad motherfuckers.
And these are bad people. Go kill them, man.
All right,
Yeah.
I get it, man. Let me.
You think I wasn't killing bad people?
Dude, you killed my fucking mother.
Okay, Emil pulls the clothes on the rest of the way. I'm gonna go get these guys. Hey, Busk, you wanna just come with me and do it there, and then we can come back and let them deal with this?
She kind of shakes her head. No.
Oh fuck, man. Okay, fine. I'll be back.
Why
And
don't
you
we just
see-
all go together? It'll be like a field trip.
What? All four of us?
Sure, it doesn't matter.
Right.
I got a call to make. Or I'll just fucking text. It's easier. And Matt, I'm gonna whisper you what I'm gonna text.
Mhm.
Well, shit. Does anybody need any weapons?
I got my shotgun.
No, man. I don't need weapons, man. I don't really think we need them. It's kind of. I mean, shit, dude. You're just gonna call the cops right to us. Just let me deal with it. At least it's quiet. All right, Kane. I'm going to tell you what I told Daniel. Don't follow the path. Follow me. All right. Don't ever stray from.
The fuck are you
if get
talking
lost-
about?
You'll see, man. Just trust me. Bad shit happens if you don't follow me exactly.
Oh, wait. Are you going in some weird shit, man? I don't need to go in there.
Oh, can we just take a car or something, Emil?
Well, I mean, if you wanna, like, how are we gonna track them down, man?
I got their address.
We're gonna get eaten
I can
by
look it
fucking
up on the
monsters.
internet, man, where these people live.
Oh, fine, man. Who knows how long that's gonna take, though? If you want your sister back, right?
She's alive right now, man. That's what's important. I'm honestly not all that worried
Wait, dude.
about. He just kind of waves towards Faith. Did you see what she did? That was fucking helpful.
You're welcome.
You see she reaches back into her pocket and she clicks on that little watch.
We could use to have it around for a while.
Dude, that is fucked up, man. That's your sister in there.
Is Faith okay in there? And he's looking at her as
Yeah,
he's
well,
talking.
why do you think I want to get this taken care of? Let's just fucking go.
Wait, we have shit we have to do, Emil, man. We have to find Terry. We have to figure out a way to keep me and Fumi safe.
Yeah, well, tell you what. I'll help you with that if we can get this fucking done with. Because that little girl doesn't deserve to be fucking possessed for God knows how long.
Well, I agree with that, but
Then let's fucking go already. I'm kinda tired of it. And he
Who's
goes
in there?
over and opens the bathroom door after, you hear him mutter the names of the people take me, to a place where I can deal with them. And you see him open the bathroom door again, as it were, and he's like, hurry up. Come on, guys.
Daniel's on one knee at the time, and he's like looking at Faith, and he's like, "Who are you? Who's in there?"
They call me Bosk. And, well, I'm kind of holding your little girl together.
She smiles widely as she eats ice cream.
let me ask you a question, Bosk. He kind of says as he walks to the door. Do you know any way to keep these things from coming after me? I don't really understand why they want me so bad, but because I guess, well, I heard my mom promised me to them or something. I don't know.
Listen, guys, we can talk as we
Yeah, he's
go,
walking
right?
towards the door as he's talking.
Okay, good.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, you move towards the door and you see her put a hand on her cheek and seem to think about how to deal with the things following you. Let me just move you over. As you head back into Metropolis. And she thinks for a few moments.
Well, I mean, there's always options of just doing whatever they want. I mean,
And she scratches the side of her cheek.
I think I know what they want.
You think you do know what they want?
Uh-huh.
Well, I know what Miss Rios wants, but I have no fucking idea what the other thing wants.
Oh yeah, they basically, and she's like, how do I put this without? He's want you to fuck a girl and get her pregnant, and they want to rip a baby from her womb and keep it.
She smiles.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucked up.
That's not so bad.
What about, can Daniel do it?
No, it's you. You're the one who's been kind of, raised from the dead.
Yeah.
Raised from the dead.
No, you didn't know that. I guess I died during childbirth, and she made a deal with some things so I could live.
Yeah, I remember talking about that. That's still fucked up. Man, what is wrong with you guys? Like, really?
You're the one who fucking turns into a fucking tentacle, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, fuck, dude. Like, oh man, I don't even.
Anyway, let's find our way out of here so we can take care of this shit.
And as you're heading through Metropolis, we'll pan back to Terry. Terry, your critical wound, it's downgraded to a serious, as they have patched your leg up, but you wake up in what looks like a small art studio. You're lying on a couch, a brown one that's fairly stained, but still comfortable. The place is littered with different papers and such. The lights don't seem to be on, but there is light trickling in through the window. It seems to be maybe morning or midday. Your baby sits on the floor and seems to be playing with some sort of toy, as both these clones, well, the clone of you and Emil, stand there. They seem to be conversing. And they look over to you, and Emil smiles, pulling down his glasses and pushing them back up as he sees that you're awake. Oh, you're awake. It's good to see you. How you feeling?
Like I got fucking shot. And he gets up on the couch. Cracks his neck.
It's a shame. I mean, we could give you some painkillers or something if you want it. Or he reaches into his the jacket that he wears and pulls out a blunt and lights it for you. This might help.
I would like that. Yes, that would be fantastic. Let's smoke. Not next to the child though. Can we crack a window?
Oh yeah. And you see you move over the window and crack it open. He looks down at you. Yeah, you're a lot uglier than I thought you'd be.
Oh, the feeling's mutual. He looks back at himself.
And he picks up the baby. The baby coos in his arms, almost like it's identifying him with you.
Yeah, he doesn't like that a whole lot, but he tries not to let it show. He just smokes the blunt, and then he passes it over to not Emil. So, explain this to me if you can, or if you don't know why you're you and he's me, then we can all just move past that.
And Emil sits down and spreads his legs wide while he's smoking on the blunt there as he takes a puff and he exhales. To be honest, I'm not really sure why we're here. We kind of spawned out of some sort of tub. But all I know is that, well, both of us kind of want our own lives in a sense, and it's a bit hard when, basically yourselves are running around,
I see. So, okay, that tracks. So now explain to me the part where you said it depends on me if my day gets shorter.
Yeah, well, it basically depends on whether you... there's some information that we really want. I mostly just want to know exactly where my family is, for one. And Terry here, gestures to other Terry, really wants to know basically all of your passwords and such, and where you live and what you're doing right now and that sort of thing. So this can either go over smoothly, where you just fade into obscurity and such, or we could just kill you and get it over and done with.
Fade sounds okay, actually. Yeah, so I'll tell you what I can tell you, because his stuff's easy since his stuff is my stuff. I'm gonna call you Terry too, because even though you're pretty convincing, you're not the original. Sorry. And he reaches for the blunt again.
Yeah, passes it over to you.
For you, most of your family, I believe, has moved into town. Because of certain circumstances last night, I'm not really on speaking terms with the actual youth. You'll have to do some investigation, but they should all be in town, the ones that you care about anyway. And then your other self likes to hang out with this group of massive fuck-ups called the Whitings. Ringing any bells at all?
Yeah, I've got some memories of the Whitings. Kane, Daniel, and Faith. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be, he likes to hang out with them. We were friends, but I'm thinking we're probably not on speaking terms anymore. And then for you, if you get me a pen and pad, a car full of gas that doesn't have the brake lines cut and isn't strapped with a bomb, I will write down all of my information, some of the things that I'm working on, and even a cute girl for you to get acquainted with.
Other Terry smiles and says, "Yeah, that sounds pretty good." And he brings over a pen and a paper and hands it to you. Just make sure they're accurate.
Right. And he kind of has the pen in his hand. My car. That would be nice.
Oh, yeah, car. And looks over to Emil. And he gives some of the information to Emil, and he seems to process it for a few minutes, and it seems that information was enough. He pulls out his phone, and you hear him talking to someone on the other line. He says, Hey, Henrietta. Yeah. I'm just over at this place. Do you mind, I just need someone to come pick me up. It's a bit far. Sorry I haven't called you in a bit. You mind coming over? Then he pauses for a few minutes. He said, Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll see you soon. He hangs up the phone and looks at Terry. Yeah, I got you a car coming.
Oh, are you gonna kill her, or?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fine. So guys, the issue that I have, right? If I give you this password information, since you seem to want to kill these people that are related to your original selves, what guarantees exactly do I have that once I give over all my passwords, credit card information to not me, that you aren't just going to kill me right here.
Mm,
Humor me. I'm sure that there's a good reason that this isn't clear for me right now.
Other Terriers looks at you and says, "Hey, you don't really know if we're gonna kill you or not."
So then why should I do this then if I'm not going to get anything from it? Just curious.
Well, you can either take the chance or you can die, pretty much.
I'll tell you what. When I'm in the car, you get this paper. Just to make it even. That seems fair, right? And when I say I will fall off the face of the earth, I mean new ID, no social security. I just want to take care of my family. You understand?
Yeah, I got you. And he nods. And he looks down at the baby that he's holding and says, "Can I keep this?"
I'm afraid not. I spent a lot of time and struggle, as you can see. He pats his wound and he winces as he does so, to get my son. And even though you are a convincing duplicate, it is my son. You're welcome to start your own family, but
Why don't you make me convince check?
God, imagine having to convince myself. Influence others.
Yeah. Influence others. Sorry, I'm thinking City of Mist. Yeah. They shrug and say, "Okay."
Come here, buddy. And he holds his hand. Oh, yes, you had a lot to eat. I warned them that you were cranky when you were hungry. They didn't listen, did they? And he kind of scratches the baby's nose.
The baby coos happily as he scratches little nose. Eventually, another Terry kind of looks to you and says, "Hey, you have a dog, don't you, right? It's Brutus, yeah?"
I do have a dog.
Okay, well, I want the dog.
As much as it pains me, you can have the dog. You can. Are you going to treat the dog well, though? That's the question.
Oh no. And he just shakes his head. No. We want to let me clarify. So we do want to, take over your lives and everything and assume them. But we kind of want to dismantle them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
It's just more fun that way.
right. So you've got plenty of dismantling to do without my dog, so I'm going to have to keep the dog, too. That's going to have to be written in, if you want all this information anyway.
I'm convincing them again. They want that dog. Damn
Give me
it.
my fucking dog.
He sighs. It's fine. Fine. You can keep the dog.
Good. I will keep the dog. You can have the apartment and all the relationships and dismantle to your heart's content. If you were to ask for my advice from me to me, I would tell you that you should probably start with, and he points over at Fake Emil, that guy's other self and people he knows, because they know you. They know you very well. And they know where to find you, and they're really pissed off at you right now. Me, but you.
Gotcha. Well, we'll make sure to do something about that.
Good call.
And as you hear a car pull up outside, you feel a light tapping on your shoulder, and you see Jessie and beside you, and she says, "Hey, they called over that girl, right? You think you could try and get them to not kill her?"
Why would I do that?
She kind of points to herself. I'm kind of incorporeal right now, and I'm kind of hating it.
They have made a lot of concessions, sweetheart, already that I don't know how much worse this deal could get from if they don't get to kill something.
She sighs. Fine.
I'll tell you what.
Hmm?
Whenever after we pick up Brutus, right, we'll hit a gas station or something on the way out of town, one with a nice, cute gas station attendant, and then we'll get you
Gotcha. She smiles and she disappears. And as she disappears, let me just get her. There's a knock at the door, and you see Henrietta. She kind of pokes her head inside, and other Terry, you see him. He makes his way before she comes in, kind of behind the door itself. As she opens it and peeks her head in, Emil is there, and he says, "Oh, hey, how's it going, Henrietta?" And she looks around a bit confused, looks over to you, Terry, and sees the baby, and she raises an eyebrow and says, "It's fine. Has Henrietta met Terry? I think so, right?"
Maybe.
No, I think it was her
Yeah.
husband.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
She looks over to Terry and she's like, "Hi. Are you one of Emma's friends?"
Yes, that's what I am. Yeah, and he kind of strokes the back of the baby's head.
Are they both standing
Good
there,
friend.
like both Terrys? Or?
So one Terry's behind the door, like hiding behind it. And sorry, what did you say there, Terry?
He's yeah, that's what I am. Yeah, I'm Terry. I would get up, but I'm a bit hurt.
And, yeah, she's like, "Okay," and she looks to Emil and says, "Hey, are you ready to go?" And he's like, Yeah. Do you mind just helping me grab some stuff over here?" And she looks a bit concerned, but she walks in, and as she does, other Terry slams the door behind him. She spins around, panicked, confusion filling her face, and you see other Terry grab her very roughly, and she starts to scream. And as she does, he starts pulling her to the back room. Emil turns to you and laughs. "Yeah, you gave me a really good idea, actually. Well, to deal with myself, basically. Thanks."
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna take her keys now and go.
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
cool? Hey, you and my twin have a ball. I'm gonna. Oh, Jesus! And he gets up really, really tenderly. You have a great life, Emil too.
And he's like, "Yep, all right." And he goes over into the back room, and you hear screaming coming from Henrietta. And he comes back out with keys. He hands it to you. "Here you go."
Cheers, and he puts the paper on the table. See you never again, probably. And he
Yeah.
will go out and get in the car.
You go out and you get in the car with your baby, and Jessie, of course, appears beside you and puts a hand on your arm, and she smiles. "Well, I guess we're gonna be making a new life for ourselves."
Indeed we are, but I have to get my dog and maybe buy a child seat or take one since we're not coming back here. I have money to buy one. I'll buy a child seat.
Money, it's fine.
He will strap in his child as best he can, and then will head to his apartment to collect his animal.
You head to your apartment. Vivian is there. Do you say anything to Vivian when you go in, or do you just go in, grab your dog, and leave?
I go in, I grab my dog, I look at Vivian. I'm sorry about last night. And that's it.
Yeah, she seems a bit concerned to see you, but you grab your dog and you head out and into your car. The two of you load up into the vehicle, or I guess with Brutus.
He'll sit there in the passenger seat and think about Jessie, actually, for a moment. And, honey, are you in here? Like, with the inside the car?
Yes.
How exactly does the whole corporeal thing work? Like, what do I have to do anything, or what?
You really just need to choke her out. I can do the rest.
And he thinks on it, and I mean, you've seen her, yeah? What do you think?
She's fine. I can deal with that.
Okay. And he will leave Brutus in the car with the windows down a little bit, and the child as well. And Daddy will be right back, okay?
The baby coos to you.
And he will head back up into his apartment, and he'll undo his tie and have it wrapped around one hand, the other bit hanging loosely. And he'll go in. Hey, Viv.
She turns her, like, she's just about to lock up and leave. You see her leaving the apartment. She turns around. Yeah?
I just wanted to say thank you. You've helped me out a lot. Done a lot of things for me, and I don't know if I've always been reciprocal.
Yeah, look, Terry, I gotta go. I've got plans. I gotta go meet somebody. I just didn't want to leave your dog alone.
Are you meeting Emil?
Yes, yeah, I'm meeting Emil. We're meeting up, actually. We're gonna go to coffee. We usually do coffee.
Really? Because I don't remember him ever saying much about that.
Yeah, she used to be backing up slightly, nervous look coming over her face. Yeah, we're gonna go meet. I can call him right now, and she starts to reach for her phone in her pocket.
You know, that's fine. And he will step to the side to let her pass. Of course, whenever she attempts to, I'm gonna try to choke her with the tie.
Yeah, and as she passes by, you're able to rope the tie around her neck. She drops the phone, it clattering to the floor, and you feel her struggling as you slowly start to choke the life out of Vivian.
And he will choke her all the way to the ground and make sure she has no pulse as he's looking around the hallway.
She slowly falls to the floor, slumping over. And you hold her and make sure she falls a lot quieter to the floor.
And he kind of looks around because Jessie said she would handle it. He's like, any day now, sweetie. This is murder in a fucking public hallway. He looks around.
And you feel a hand on yours, and you see Vivian's eyes. They open up, and they look up to you. Can you unwrap the tie now?
Sorry, sweetie. And he will undo the tie.
Thank you. She gets up and dusts herself off. She brings a hand up and runs it through her hair. Interesting. It'll take getting used to, but it's nice being real again.
You should scarf that. You have ligature marks on your neck.
She kind of wraps her hair around ligature marks and says, we can get a scarf on the way.
Good. Let's go live.
And two of you head off, getting into Henrietta's car, eventually swinging by, probably robbing someone, picking up a baby seat, and metaphorically driving off into the sunset with each other and your beautiful baby boy. Terry gets a good ending, quote unquote.
That's what you think.
Miss Rios is not doing her job.
Not fucking all! What the fuck?
Oh, don't worry.
Bitch.
Don't worry. Or we'll switch back just for briefly to as the group of you are traveling through Metropolis. And why don't y'all make me act under pressure rolls as you go through this hellscape again?
They're gonna fuck
every
it.
time.
They're gonna fuck it. Oh! Kane?
Oh!
Daniel?
Come on, Daniel!
Daniel? Yeah!
Damn, Daniel.
Oh, damn, Daniel.
The path.
I'm pissed, man.
Where are we going right now?
We're gonna... I don't know. Kane's got a couple of people. We have to get there first.
What couple of people are you talking about?
Kane, you want to explain? I don't know.
Son?
Son?
Kane, you alright?
Kane was muted.
Be quiet.
Kane says, yeah, 2 people that need to die, man. That's all you need to know.
What 2 people?
Would you shut up? Daniel, what do you care? You kill people for fun. You can choke them. You can rape them. Whatever you want to do, man. I don't care.
Oh, what the fuck?
This is what he does, Emil. Don't you know that? He choked my mom. He choked my mom and killed her and threw her off a bridge. That's the man this guy is.
The mom you didn't care about?
I didn't know her, dude. I was like 3 when you did it.
Yeah, that was an accident.
Oh, you accidentally choked someone and killed them. Okay. Yeah, you can accidentally do that. Sure, man. Whatever you gotta tell yourself to sleep at night.
I was being controlled.
Uh-huh.
Just how Faith is being controlled right now. Besides, you know who fucking needs to die? Terry needs to die. Why aren't we fucking
I've
going to
got
kill
that
him?
under control, man.
I mean,
I got it under control. I already texted Miss Rios. She's gonna pick him up, and we're gonna have some fun.
What do you...
Oh, fuck, man.
We're going there right now?
We're gonna get out. We're gonna do what Emma wants, and then we're gonna sweep back around and go talk to Miss Rios.
Yeah, Terry, I don't know. He might just kind of fuck up. We don't know. My priority right now is helping this little fucking girl. So, yeah. Here we go. I think we're getting close.
Terry stole Faith out of her fucking room, poisoned a dog.
Yeah, I know, man. He went...
I'm gonna do worse to his dog. I guarantee it.
Dude, that is uncalled for, man. The dog didn't hurt you,
No,
dude.
feel bad for the dog, but we'll like how it makes Terry feel. So.
We got some guns. We got a space fucking tentacle wizard.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
We need to go.
We got our own Eldritch Horror, man.
What are you talking about? These 2 people? Who are these 2 people?
They're 2 people who need to die, bro. Come on, let's go. Come on, Emma.
Yeah, I think we're almost there. I assume we're getting about there, yeah.
Yeah, you arrive and you're going to their house, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
where I would
believe
take
so.
him.
All right. So, as you've asked basically where these people live, you open the door. It's almost like a circular door. Actually, yeah, it's a kind of a circular door, almost like a little like from The Hobbit. And you pull open the iron handle, and you step into a very lovely, lovely 3-story house with beautiful wooden paneling, very beautifully constructed staircase. There's photographs and paintings all over the wall. You hear a soft piano in the other room, as it sounds like someone's playing.
Holy shit, man, this is the Ritz.
Oh
huh?
yeah. Hey, Faith.
Beautiful, really people.
What's your name again? I'm sorry.
You can call me
Okay,
Faith.
Faith.
It's fine.
Do you need to kill him or can I kill him?
Oh, you can kill him if you
All right,
want.
cool.
That's
Daniel looks over at him like totally shocked.
What the fuck?
He goes towards the piano.
As you go towards the piano, Faith looks up to Daniel with kind of this like mock sweetness on her face, and she says,
Hey, Daddy, can you teach me how to choke people as well as you do?
He looks down at Faith. And he's just kind of like a blank look on his face. And then he looks back at Kane, and there is kind of a weird grin on the side of his face at that while he's watching his son walk towards the piano.
Yeah. Kane actually hands a shotgun to Faith and he says, "Hold this for me. Please don't use it."
Okay, Kane.
and the piano stops as the group of you are talking. There's a slight murmur in the other room. It sounded like 2 people were there. As the piano stops, you hear a feminine voice come from the other end and says, Is someone there?
Kane just walks out and he's like, "What? Don't stop playing. I'll show you how to play a little better. But here, just scooch over." He goes and sits down at the piano and just starts playing.
See, it's the 2 of them. Both of them are in the car, and they looked fairly... they're pale at this point. Both of them freeze as they see you. And the gentleman looks to you and says, Look, we're getting everything sorted with insurance. I'm sorry.
Excuse me. I just want to play this for you." And he starts playing one of his songs. He just starts playing it on the piano, and it's like painfully long, and he's just watching their face as he plays and kind of giving them a very small smile. And then he finally finishes. And he's like, "What did you think?"
Yeah, you start playing Moonlight Sonata.
Perfect.
Lasting for a good few minutes, 7+ minutes, and they look to you. Their face is still pale. They're clutching onto each other and just looking down to you. And the woman says,
Oh, yes, that was lovely. Thank you.
You don't seem too upset about what happened today.
No, we're quite upset. Look, we're just trying to distract ourselves from what happened. We're really, really sorry.
Really
we really didn't-
sorry. Really
We
sorry.
didn't see her. There was light in my husband's eyes. I swear, it was very sunny.
Faith, can you bring my my guitar in here?
You hear it, "Yep," from the other room, and Faith comes in, shotgun in her hands, and the couple start to back up. She grabs a small silver knife from a plate that's there. He grabs a small fork, and they look absolutely afraid of the both of you.
Emil, kind of from the other room still, kind of watches as they head in, sees the people through the doorway, and is just kind of taken aback by the situation, by how fucking... He's like taking in, realizing like, oh, they're gone, like completely, and he looks to Faith, and there's a moment of hesitation. He's like, mumbles to himself, "This is all. This was not worth it." Fuck. And he heads over to the door that they came in and looks to the compass. "Take me home." and goes through.
Before you head through the door, you receive a message on Instagram from Terry.
Yeah, Emil looks to his phone. He's about to say that, presumably, as he kind of looks to the phone. What's the message?
It's a picture message. Do you open it?
Yeah.
You see it's a photograph of your sister, tied up and bound. There's tears that have been pouring out of her eyes. She looks fairly beaten as she sits in the corner of a room. And there's just a little caption that says, "Come find me," with a little smiley face emoji at the bottom. Kane, as you're looking to the couple here, your phone vibrates in your pocket.
He kind of waves to Faith. Just hold on, just keep him right there. And he looks at his phone.
It's text message from Miss Rios. There's a photograph of a small loft apartment. There is a group of her lackeys surrounding it, you can see. The address there, she is listed and says, "I found Terry."
Kane smiles. Ha! Emil! We found Terry!
Yeah, we got a problem, man. He's got my fucking sister, and it looks like there's, like, another fucking me. We don't have time
Oh,
for
you
this.
don't see that other me. It is just...
Oh, it's just Terry. Okay.
Yeah. Oh!
You don't
Yeah,
know
we
this.
have to fucking do it.
Alright, we'll get it. Alright, Faith. Why don't you just go ahead and do it?
Faith says, "My pleasure." And the couple, they clutch each other and they beg for their lives. You can just hear them sobbing and blubbering as the shotgun blast, the first one, goes off, shooting the woman in the stomach. You hear the man cry out in agony as his wife falls down to the ground, choking and sputtering on her own blood. And he just seems to sob uncontrollably.
Yeah, Kane's like, oh, wait, hold on, Faith. So how does it feel to have your life fucking ruined, man?
Emil actually takes a step forward and reaches out, and he's gonna use her power to kill the guy. Just quickly attempting to lop his head off with the tendrils.
So why don't you make me an engaging comp? Actually, this you'd probably make an
It'd be
inner
inner
power.
power, right?
Yeah, to see if you hurt everybody else in here too.
Exactly.
Um,
So
your closest opponent. I feel that might be.
it says
Faith.
opponent.
Oh, true. So it would be him. So it lashes out and it just constricts around his neck, and you can see his eyes slightly bulge out as it's squeezing and squeezing. Just the lack of oxygen. He clutches at the black tendrils, and soon it just squeezes hard enough to rip his head clean off. And the woman is still alive, just sputtering on the ground as she lays next to the corpse of her husband, reaching out to it.
Yeah, Emil walks up and takes the gun from Faith and quite direly shoots her in the head.
Faith looks up to you with a frown.
You're no fun.
Yeah, I don't need to be. There you go. I'm keeping one of them though. And he starts flipping through the book. He wants to look for a ritual to protect his sister somehow.
Ooh, that's probably not going to be possible without her there.
Alrighty, then he wants to do something to reinforce himself. Maybe, just make himself a bit tougher. He's expecting a fight.
As you look through the book, what's Daniel been doing this whole time?
Daniel had followed Faith in with the behind her with the shotgun. He had his knife out, just walking slowly and kind of this weird grin on his face, watching his son play with these two people and kind of enjoying it in a strange way. And he's just been watching and leaning up against the wall.
As the scene closes out, there's a final scene where you see both Terry and what was Vivian and now is Jessie sitting in the car, smiling to each other as the two of them depart from the city and head far away. And we'll end the episode on that note.
Oh my fucking god.